Do you feel that? The energy level is starting to rise again. You can feel the momentum building as Dogecoin and cryptocurrency, facing one of its worst months ever, looks to turn around and shock the world once more. Will we see it happen, or will the claws of government have their victory and take down cryptocurrency? Once more, the battle goes on between the good guys and those who want to take us down, between us who are having fun and those who still take the old ways too serious. A battle like never before is underway, and we are of course at the forefront of that. Make sure that you are subscribing with the notifications on and pressing like on this video, because we have some interesting things to talk about before we get to the good news, which is Dogecoin, a bump that we just saw with it. Also, basically looking like the energy is starting to really form again here. It's exciting to think about. We'll get to more of that in a second. But first, before we get to that, we do have to talk about some bad news as well. And I know after that intro, Matt, you can't go from that intro to bad news. Well, we have to. We don't really have a choice, because US plans cryptocurrency crackdown. This is an article that just came out. Kind of bad timing too, because it was right after Dogecoin started to bump up a little bit. And we'll talk a little bit more about what happened with that in a second here. But US plans cryptocurrency crackdown. We've been hearing the government basically saying that they are looking to put more regulations in crypto. And this means two things. The first one is, well, we already knew to some degree this was coming. The USA wasn't going to not regulate crypto at all. We knew some sort of regulation was coming. Now it's coming even sooner than expected. And that can be both a good thing and a bad thing. And here's why. The good part of it is that when there are cryptocurrencies and crypto communities that are using bots and things like that to artificially make it seem like their community is stronger than it actually is, well, that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't be allowed. Or when people make a cryptocurrency, then do a rug pull immediately, the two regulations that I think could actually make the cryptocurrency space better would be not allowing bots or things like that, and also not allowing rug pulls within a certain period of time after making a cryptocurrency. Now, with those two things in place, it would also cause some controversy, because in theory, that would kind of take away some of the decentralization of it. That would give the government more control. Ideally, there would be a way where we could figure out as a community to avoid stuff like that without the government getting involved. That's what we want. I hate government intervention unless it's absolutely necessary. I don't think it is quite yet, but at some point in the future, there could be a couple regulations that would actually help the space overall, even though it's frustrating nonetheless to see the government doing anything. And then the bad side of that would be if they go too far. If they say, well, you can't invest in this crypto in this state or in this crypto in that state, that would be going too far. Then on the really, really positive side, so there's technically three sides to it. On the really positive side, imagine they say this: state governments like Texas and New York are no longer allowed to ban people from buying cryptocurrency. I think that's something the federal government could absolutely do soon. That would be a very, very positive step. So there's a lot to take in here, and that's why subscribing with notifications on is so important, because as these updates roll out, I'll be able to talk about them, break them down, and we will of course get to exactly what they mean. But now the bad news is out of the way, and there's a couple more bad stories that we have to talk about as well. But now that's out of the way, get out of here. Bad news, you know what? Yeah, this is completely intolerant, and this is unplanned. I'm gonna go ahead and roast the bad news real quick for no reason. I mean, we just have to do it. The bad news is trying to take away our steam right as the Dogecoin momentum is starting to build up again. They want to come out with an article like this. All right, I see how it is. Time for the roast music, spontaneous roast. Bad news. It's like good news, but except for not at all, because it's the exact opposite. It's news that comes out that makes you feel bad or sad, and we don't like it one bit. So bad news, why don't you go back to the cave that you came from? Bad news, why don't you go back to your mom's house, wherever the heck you came from? I don't care. Just don't come here. Don't come near. Leave us alone. We don't want that. Look at that. My dog's barking. He doesn't like the bad news. Scotty's upset. Can you hear that? Scotty's upset at the bad news. He's not a fan. I agree with you, Scotty. Bad news equals bad news. But this is what happened with Dogecoin. So basically, it started to go up. There was a bump that was forming. Then the article literally came out like right there. It was about as bad timing as you could possibly get. But nonetheless, every single time Dogecoin has started to do stuff like this, where it has a run up then goes down, has a run up then goes down. What this means, because really at the base of the Dogecoin price is buyers and sellers. When there's more buyers than sellers, the price goes up because there's more demand and less supply to meet that demand. When there's more supply and less demand, the price goes down. It's really as simple as that, meaning that during this, there's more people trying to buy than trying to sell. And when that starts to happen, we see a little bit of run, then it stops. A little bit of run, then it stops. A little bit of run. Every single time, it goes just a little bit higher than it was before. And this is exactly what happened before we saw it going from 7 cents to 14 cents. Then even on a larger scale, with swings as big as 5 cents, before we saw that 14 cents all the way up to 30, even as high as 75 cents. When we saw those spikes, it had the same exact pattern forming before it. A big run up of approximately 3 cents, and it's been doing pretty dang well over the last few days. Remember how everyone in the cryptocurrency space, pretty much, all the articles, all of the media, a lot of the YouTubers, what were they saying? This was going to be a bad weekend for cryptocurrency. The thinking behind it, it's the weekend, there's going to be less momentum in it. All of them, I thought, were unfounded from the beginning. I've been calling them out on Twitter and on YouTube, basically saying, hey, I don't think there's enough evidence to support that. At the same time, though, you can't blame them because they had their reasons. They said what they said, and I get it. You know, you have to come out with a controversial opinion sometimes. I'm wrong sometimes. They're wrong sometimes. Everyone's wrong sometimes. The goal is, in my opinion, to just use the information to make the best decision possible. Regardless of what happens, you can continue doing that. As we have chat coming in, let me read what this says. Diamond hands, don't let Uncle Sam shake us out. Dogecoin to the moon! Coming in from He Is Risen. I love that name. I love that comment. Thank you so much for that. Let me read a couple of these chats here because I need to let's get back to the chats. The chats are always by chats I mean comments. Greg will take it up to 4-2. Yes, Greg, of course, will do that. I bought 20K more Doge ever since the SNL show. I've been holding since 20K. Nice. AMC to the moon, no, don't sell, smash the like. Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting to remind people to smash the like button, and unfortunately that does mean less views when less people smash it, more views when more people smash it. And so we need to see as many people as possible pressing like on that. Well, Bill Gates clearly put something in my food to make me do that. It was Bill Gates' fault. Don't blame me. It was Bill Gates. You know what? I'm gonna drink some water to stop your secret food stuff from making me do that. Obviously, Bill Gates, of course, responsible for that. I can't believe he did that. I can't believe he took time out of his day with his billion-dollar mansion to come do that. I mean, ridiculous. It's almost unbelievable. It's almost like he didn't even actually do that. It's almost like it didn't happen. Doge and Hex to the moon, coming in from Anthony. I've not heard too much about Hex. I do know what it is, just simply based on name, but I do not know much about it. Maybe I'll look into it. Why not? Final stand, is there a staking platform for Doge? Right now, you can make money from Gemini, and I'm going to make more videos in the future on how you can make money, not just with Doge, but with cryptocurrency altogether. If you're not staking any of your coins right now, then you're missing out on a decent amount of gains, and we like gains. Gains equals good. That's not something anyone disagrees with. Gains is, of course, good, but... So we've seen Dogecoin. I mean, that's kind of a weird shape too. It looks like a dog. There's a lot of dog-like shapes in crypto, simply because you go up, then you go down, then you go up again. It's a pretty common shape to see. As we're also seeing another article coming out, USI's regulatory perimeter for cryptos. Perimeter. They're not necessarily going to ban it. I don't think that will happen. I think that's very unlikely. But they are going to do different things to try to stop it from getting out of control. Some good things, probably some bad things too. And with the bad things, we'll tell them that we don't like it, and we'll explain why, and we'll also try to prevent them from doing it ahead of time. And if they go too far, they're done. You're out of here. Politicians, if you try to stop cryptocurrency, if you try to stand in front of the train, then you will, of course, be voted out of office. It's as simple as that. You're not going to be in office anymore. It doesn't matter what political party you're in. If you do that, you're going to have an entire group of people that are very, very, very unhappy with you. We're all together. We're all standing strong, and we know this is the future. We know it's significantly more efficient and better in almost every single way than the current systems. We control it rather than them, and they may not like that too much, but you know what? They're just going to have to deal with it. That's the way it is, and it's more so the people in institutional positions of power rather than the politicians, but the politicians are often controlled by those exact people. The more we see crypto doing well, though, then politicians will be controlled by the crypto people too. It's all a big giant mess. It would be nice if politicians just weren't controlled at all and just did the right thing, but if they are going to be controlled anyway, then it would be nice for crypto to have some influence in that as well, so it's not just one-sided at the very least. I don't like this system. I want to fix it. We should fix it, and we will try to fix it. There's so many big things coming in this movement. A lot of us are very young. A lot of us are young, and we are going to change the world. We will make a difference. We will make this world a better place than it was when we got here, when we leave. And we're not going to stop until we do. People older continue to underestimate younger people. A lot of older people are on our side as well. We're all together in this right now. We know the truth, and they cannot deter us from that path. PayPal. To add crypto withdrawal feature, PayPal is doing some good things with us as well. Let me read this chat here. Check it out. It's pretty interesting, and you get dividends by staking. Interesting. You know what? I'll definitely check it out. I mean, why the heck not? We'll take a look at it. It's called Hex, I'm gonna go and pull it up right now real quick, and we'll see what Hex is all about, because it's always good to diversify your portfolio. If you can find other opportunities to put a little bit of money in on top of your main investments, then there's a decent chance some of those will pay off. And if they don't, then you only put a percentage in, so it's not like you're out too much in that case. There's always risks that you can take that are going to be smart, and risks that you can take that won't be, of course. Let's go Doge. Let's see, 40 USD by tomorrow from J9. I like the sound of that. 40 cents would be amazing. 4.40 USD, not $40 USD. $40 USD by tomorrow. All right, we'll all go buy private island at that point. That would be amazing. But of course, unfortunately, that's not really feasible, even close. How awesome would that be, though? How awesome would that be? Let me go and pull it up with Hex cryptocurrency. We will see what's all about. Hex Crypto. I like the name. I will say that much. I like the name. Hex Crypto, no, CoinMarketCap. I want to go to CoinMarketCap's one of the best places for this, because all the other ones are kind of a little bit rackety, if that's a word. Is that a word? I think that's a word. If that's not a word, then we'll roast myself for it. Well, someone let me know if that's not a word, and I'll roast myself. But so this is what Hex has been doing the last 7 days. Been pretty dang steady. It looks like it's at around 5 cents right now. The market cap is $8 billion. Okay, so it's a pretty dang big crypto, ranked to 201. That's just insane, though. I still remember. I'm old enough to remember 5 long months ago when Dogecoin was toward the very, very top of the entire crypto space, with a market cap of around $6 billion in the top 100. And it was lower than that when I first started talking about Dogecoin. It was even lower than that. But the first time I bought it, it was even lower than that. It wasn't even near the top. But even just 5 months ago, having an $8 billion market cap would put you up there in the top 10. And now it's in the top 200 with that same size market cap. That shows you how much cryptocurrency has changed in the last period of time, going up to a market cap in total of 1.6 trillion from around that 1 trillion area. Not even that long ago. It's gone up massively. Big movement. Bitcoin dominance falling as well, with more altcoin opportunities popping up every single day. Let's go ahead and read more about Hex. So I don't know too much about it. So it's an ERC20 token, apparently. Hex is designed to be a store of value and replace the certificate of deposit as the blockchain counterpart of the financial product used for traditional financial markets. Interesting. So maybe it has some use case behind that. I'll definitely continue to keep my eye on that and what happens with it. 200. It seems like it has room to continue to go up. Maybe, just maybe, it'll do something. We have the Crypto of the Week pick as well. If you're interested in seeing more picks on the Patreon, you can go down there. And we actually did change it from the Crypto of the Week to now we actually just find opportunities when they come up, because there's not always going to be a good opportunity every single week. And especially in this market, it's even harder to find them. So instead of once a week, it's now periodically throughout the month. We put the ones that have a lot of potential at that exact point in time, and that's how it's going to be moving forward. And a bunch of people have been sending messages like, yeah, that's the way to do it. So I like the positive feedback from that. I agree. It's definitely the way to go moving forward. We're also going to be using the Patreon to let people know when we see new cryptos added to new platforms. I'll go ahead and give you an example about that right now, but there's more than I can talk about on the show every single day. So if you want to see when new cryptos are added to new platforms like Crypto.com, for example, I'll show you right here. This one was just added to Crypto.com, is TELLOR. And generally after being added, it'll go down in the first few days, and then it will spike up in the months after, because now there's more people who have access to it. A lot of people will go in to Crypto.com and other apps and just say, I have $1,000 to invest. I'm going to split that up evenly between all of the cryptos on the list. And so as that happens more and more, if you have a crypto on a big exchange, it's going to be gaining a percentage of that no matter what. And if there ever is any big news that comes out about it, it has a higher chance of going up. So having access to that information, like Teller here, which is basically its goal is to allow people to come into the crypto space a little bit easier. It's kind of their thinking behind it. These are the people who founded it. You know, they seem pretty chill, pretty cool, and music related in some way. But they're the people behind this, making this crypto. Now it's added on Coinbase. When more are added, I'm going to be posting on Patreon about that. And I also am hiring someone else with the Patreon so we can continue putting out more good content there. We want to make the Patreon one of the best places for crypto on all of YouTube. It's already one of the biggest, I think it's in the top 3, the biggest crypto Patrons on all of YouTube from all YouTubers. So we're going to continue making that even better moving forward. That is, of course, the plan. Ethereum extends gains to rise 8%. Bitcoin firms up. Both those things are in fact 100% true. Let me go ahead and pull up the Bitcoin price and the Ethereum price right here. I think the best place to do it, we'll go to CoinMarketCap rankings. And I'll show you what the entire crypto space is doing right now. Crypto rankings, it's had a lot of ups and downs recently, of course, but even more so this week, as it's had one of its worst months ever. Bitcoin now, though, going up 6% in the last 24 hours, down 4% still, though, for this week. Ethereum is up for this week by a fraction of a percent, and then up 14% today. So some big gains from Ethereum. I'm still continuing to hold my Ethereum for a reason. It has one of the best use case potential arguments of all cryptos. Dogecoin, of course, is better than it in some ways, but Ethereum is better than Dogecoin in other ways. And even though we love Dogecoin, and we know Dogecoin has a chance to be the future cryptocurrency of Earth, it still does require some more development to actually beat Ethereum on places like smart contracts. That's coming, and that's why investing in Dogecoin now has such a bright future moving forward, because it already has that market cap. All the stuff's already priced into it. So now when it gets even better, when Elon Musk works on it even more, that current price now is going to get even bigger. And that's why it's exciting, even more so than Ethereum, even though Ethereum at this current point in time does have some advantages, not all. Dogecoin's better in transaction fee, for example. But Tether, of course, I have bold prediction. I've been continuing to tell people this. Tether's going to $1. I know it's far out there, but it is. It's gonna go to $1. That Tether going to $1 is 100% financial advice. That's nothing else on the channel is financial advice. That is financial advice, though. And I don't know. Is Matt gonna get sued for saying Tether's going to $1? Oh no. Maybe I need to be careful. Cardano up to 173. So we've been seeing some big gains from Cardano. Cardano has been one of the best performing cryptos even during this last month compared to the other ones. Still up at 173. And it's I think Cardano is currently my fourth biggest crypto that I have investment in, and that shows you why I like it so much. What it's been doing recently with smart contracts coming in, all that stuff. XRP, it has some of the best. XRP and Dogecoin are two of the best currencies for transactions right now. And that's why they're at the top. They both deserve to be there. XRP, though, super volatile. One of the most volatile ones. I've been watching XRP go up and down crazy amounts ever since the first video came out and the first articles came out. If you go back and watch my first video ever on the channel, I talked about XRP and I didn't like it that much. I've changed my mind a little bit on it after learning more about it since then. But my first video on XRP, I said I hated kind of the energy around it, that I didn't think it would be a good one to be looking at because of all the controversy with the lawsuit. Even though the lawsuit could get dismissed, it's still probably not worth it to be looking at that. Fortunately, the lawsuit did get dismissed, and I was wrong on my original opinion there. XRP has done significantly better than we thought it would. And now I've kind of started to realize why. It deserves that. And I didn't realize at first that it deserved that. That's what research does. When you find new crypto, you learn more about it. And now, though, we're so far into this, I've basically spent hours and hours researching crypto. That's what I do pretty much all day long. I look at crypto, Dogecoin included, and I look at all the specs and all the stats behind it, and I get an idea of where it's going. So now we've gone from, a lot of us are in that same boat. I know a lot of people watching, a lot of us, we have been researching like crazy, and so now we actually know way more about it than we did before, because cryptocurrency, as it's gone up, our knowledge of it has as well. As we have seen Bitcoin contending with the biggest monthly drop on record. Now, what are the chances that would happen twice in a row? Well, I'll tell you, they're pretty dang small. Not zero. I don't know why I did that. Okay, 3. It's 3%. So something like that. It's not going to have 2 terrible months in a row. It can go down, but there's no way we would see a drop of this size percentage-wise again. Let me read this chat here. Matt, do you think AMC will get to $50 a share by 2023? Absolutely, it's possible. It can go to $50 significantly faster than that. And I'm going to continue to watch it for the same reason that I like watching GameStop stock too, because it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to see it go up. And one thing to keep in mind too, there are some hedge funds that are investing in AMC and GME, which kind of makes it a little bit less fun, but it's still fun nonetheless, because the ones that are shorting it are the ones that I think it's more fun to annoy. It's worth it to annoy them just for the fun of it. Why not? This chat coming in. Brandon Smith coming in with a big chat. Thank you so much, Brandon. And you have a picture with your baby. So shout out to Brandon and his baby as well. What if secretly it was the baby that was leaving the chat? Brandon is the baby. The dad is the other in the picture. So the baby on the phone typing up the chat or sending the chat could be the smartest baby of all time. I bet you that baby has a pretty large percentage of Dogecoin, because that baby knows what the heck it's talking about. Baby Smith. But seriously though, thank you so much, Brandon, for the chat. Sup, Matt, what's your thoughts on Polygon? Make sure to show Baby Smith this clip when Baby Smith gets older, if it's even worth it. Maybe it's not. I mean, who really cares? It's maybe Baby Smith won't care. But sup, Matt, what's your thoughts on Polygon, aka Matic? We'll go ahead and pull Polygon right now, aka Matic. Polygon has grown even more. It did fall significantly from the recent crash here, but it's grown even more than a lot of the top ones recently. Let me go and pull it up. Polygon crypto. Oh yeah, that's right. You have to. I'm so used to to crypto that sometimes I forget to type in crypto after. And then of course Polygon, that's not going to come up with Polygon crypto. There's going to be way more Google searches about Polygon first. But like to us, it just feels normal. Like, oh wait, why wouldn't it just pull up Polygon crypto first? Well, because it's a small community right now. We're all early, and so Google, the rest of the world, is still unfamiliar with a lot of these things that we are here early on. And so it's sometimes you forget that just because we're all so immersed in it, we forget that how early we actually are in this. Let me go and put up on CoinDesk here. Oh no, it's not it. Hold on. Polygon crypto. Why wouldn't it here? Oh yeah, I guess on Coinbase. I don't know. It's not Polygon crypto price. Wait, for some reason it's not coming up. I don't know what the deal is with this. Polygon crypto price. There we go. Finally, it took long enough. Google, don't make me roast you. I will, Sanjar. I will roast you as well, the CEO of Google. And he says that as he's working for Google. Please, don't take my channel down. I'm just an innocent YouTuber. I was joking. Don't do it. No, don't do it. But here's Polygon right now, so you can see, like, look how much it's bounced up from that. It's almost all the way back up to its all-time high. And this is what I was talking about when I was saying Polygon has bounced up significantly more. Look at this. I mean, that's honestly pretty beautiful. Let me go to, okay. This is frustrating. All right, I'm going to go to 1 month. There we go. So look at that. So it took that dip along with a lot of other cryptos, and now it's bounced all the way back up to almost where it was before, which is pretty dang impressive. Not a lot of cryptos can say that same exact thing. Now up to 189 price. The current market cap at 11 billion has it ranked. I'm currently at number 15 in the world. So at 15 in the world, Polygon, Matic, it definitely has, it doesn't have, I guess, the same type of massive, crazy 100x potential that some of the smaller ones do that also have that same risk associated with them. But it does have room to continue to grow a little bit more stable with all of that market cap in there. I do like Polygon. There's no question about it. Let me go and see. So more than 5 million Ethereum worth of 13 billion. Worth of Ethereum, 5 million Ethereum, worth 13 billion, resets the ETH2 staking contract. So it's locked up in the contract. That's a heck of a lot of Ethereum that continues to show why Ethereum has a use case here. To be put in contracts that can automatically pay out, to be put in different ways. And with 13 billion, that is getting close to like 3% of the entire market cap of Bitcoin. And I just did that math off the top of my head. But that's a heck of a lot of money that's in that one contract there. A little bit risky when you think about the fact that the contract it does go on its own. So if you set the contract in a way that's bad, you're going to lose your crypto forever. You got to be super careful about that because of the same reason that it's so secure is also the reason why it's so risky if you don't know what you're doing. So be careful about that. Don't put money in unless you actually have a plan behind it. Hey sir, would you make a review on TATA when you get a chance? Maybe at some point, but I don't know. TATA, that sounds super small. I'll check it out. I've never heard of that. Tata. That's a funny name. I like the funny name. Tata Crypto. How big is it? How big is the market cap? I bet it's pretty dang small. Oh, okay, look, it looks super new. $9 million market cap. So tiny. Wow, okay. Tata, tiny market cap. It does look like it just dropped some. We won't talk too much about it because most people can't buy it, but that's interesting. Maybe I'll look at it a little bit more, and who knows? Maybe I'll throw 100 in there. Maybe I'll put one in there, 100, and just see what happens. Tesla's vehicle price increases due to supply chain pressure, Musk says. And of course, you know, whenever Musk tweets, Matt Wallace is already there. But Matt Wallace is there like 5 minutes ahead of Musk's tweets, just from, of course, knowing ahead of time when Musk is going to tweet. Like you can sense it in there. Whenever a Musk tweet comes, I basically just get those tingly senses, like about 5 minutes or so ahead, and so I'm already there. Of course, I mean that's how it works. It's magic. It's just straight up magic. The Black Glasses Society, that's one of the things we know is magic, and that's how we're able to do that. That's a joke, by the way. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Do you have aims? I know most people know it's a joke, but there's some people who don't, so we gotta say that, unfortunately. Hey sir, would you make a review? Oh, you already read that one, but yeah, basically Elon Musk coming out and saying why the Tesla price has continued to go up, and a lot of that is just because of inflation. The prices at the store have gone up too. You'll notice when you go out to eat, it used to cost like $8-9. Now it costs $12, $13, $14 in some places. Or if it was a cheaper place, $5 to now $8. And we've all noticed that, but it's been so slow, you kind of don't even really realize it. It just feels normal. But that is one of the reasons why cryptocurrency is so valuable, because the dollar does go down like that. The people in charge, meaning the government, they don't always know what they're doing. In fact, To say they even know they're doing some of the time, maybe a stretch. They know they're doing like a percentage of the time. There we go. That's accurate. A percentage of the time, probably a pretty dang small one most of the time. Matt, when will you accept fan mail? Check Twitter. I do Doge stickers. I want to gift you one. Maybe at some point. At this current point in time, I'm not accepting that just because I don't know. It just doesn't make sense right now, but maybe at some point in the future, because I have been getting messages, people saying they want to send me this or send me that. And Josh Combs, I have been working with him on WalletCoin and other things like that. So there's a lot of exciting things going on. We have a big project that's coming, Josh Combs and I, and that's going to be something I can't wait to reveal to everyone. But with Elon Musk, he's also taking out on one of the models, I believe it's the Model Y, they're taking out the lumbar thing where you can actually control lumbar support on the passenger seat. And the thinking behind that is, well, Elon says they never used it. It had a very, very small amount of uses because most people who are driving in the car, Teslas especially with its energy, it's a lot of individuals. Very rarely do you have, you think about it, when you're driving on the road, you see people in their car seat alone. There's rarely multiple people in the car. That's why the HOV lane has so many advantages in terms of speed, because there's not a lot of people in it. People should, of course, think, okay, well, maybe we'll drive together more often, but it's not the way it works. Generally speaking, you go to work, you go to the store, you don't normally do that with someone, you do that alone, because it doesn't take two people to go to work. It takes one person. And that's why he's taking that out. I don't agree with that move, though, personally. I think he should just leave it in there, because for that small percentage of the time it is used, it's worth it. If you have a back problem or something, you're going to want it. So I don't think that's the right move, but it's not that big of a deal. At the end of the day, Elon Musk is making decisions that make Tesla better, and he's done such a good job with it. He's been so successful with it that maybe he knows something I don't about it, and that's why that's the case. He's also making He's also making some big moves with SpaceX too, with that new platform they're building in the ocean. That's even more exciting to me, because we know they're going to take Dogecoin and put it on the moon. If you're not optimistic in Dogecoin right now, then you just have not been paying attention. You have not been subscribing to this channel with the notifications on. But what do you think about Shiba Inu coin? I hope it does. I hope it does well. I don't have any problems with that. I hope it does well. At the same time, though, I do think they have been trying to copy Dogecoin to some degree. And you know what? I get it. You know, you want to see the same energy. It'll never be the same energy, but if they do well, you know, why not root for them a little bit? Why not root for all crypto? Personally, I'm not going to be investing in it. I'm going to be sticking to Dogecoin, because Dogecoin, in my opinion, has significantly more of a use case than Shiba Inu. And moving forward, and that's not to say Shiba Inu doesn't have any use case, because it's still a little bit better than some of the other cryptos. But I'm not going to be investing in it at this current point in time. I'd rather just put more into Doge, personally. Have you heard about a Vancat coin? But maybe you could change my mind on that. It's possible to get you maybe I'll put a little bit in and just see what happens. Maybe at some point you can change my mind if you want to. If you like that coin, you want to change my mind, it's not that hard to change my mind. I do it all the time whenever new information comes out. Have you heard about Vancat coin? No, I have not. Vancat coin. I'll check it out. I have heard about Cat coin, spelled spelled C-A-T-E. I have heard about Cat coin. Maybe it'll do well in Decentraland. Yeah, I like Decentraland. Elon should replace the lumbar with a Doge mining hotspot. Oh, I skipped your chat. I'm sorry. Jimmy says I skipped his chat. What did Jimmy's chat say? Someone let me know. Apparently I skipped his chat. I did not mean to do that, but yeah, sometimes I miss them just because it's hard to read all the chats while you're also live at the same time, but I normally try to get all of them. And also, did you see, so Greg commented under Elon Musk's lumbar post, Greg said, is it because of the shortage on lumber prices, or the lumber price going down? Well, whatever, what was the tweet? Let me look it up real quick. It was something about lumber prices going down, and that's why Elon Musk took it off. Let me pull it up real quick, and we'll take a look and see what it said. But he's been having some good posts lately. Here's Elon saying, this is the reason why Elon put that out in the first place about the Tesla thing, because someone commented, I really don't like the direction that Tesla is going, raising the prices of vehicles but removing features like lumbar from Model Y, on top of rumors that FSD increase is going to cost $14,000 without any real added features to FSD unless you're a beta tester. And so we already talked a little bit about how the price is just the market continuing to go up. Also, the prices of materials have been going up some as well because of what we've been seeing over the last 2 years with the situation in the world. But also, we had Elon's post got 3,100 likes, and somehow, why? That didn't deserve that many likes. We put a comment under that saying, press like if you would be willing to pay $69 extra for mining capabilities with their Tesla. It's probably gonna cost more than $69. Maybe Elon will do that. I wouldn't be surprised. But it's just hilarious to see like that getting so many likes. So shout out to everyone who's pressing a little button that does nothing most of the time. But in this context, we're helping more people see this. When more people see the energy around Dogecoin, when more people see our posts, it does actually have a big impact on Doge. So it may seem like silliness, but at the end of the day, I guess the truth is it does help. And so overall, we love to see that. But what did Jimmy's super chat say? Can someone let me know? I still have not seen. I'm gonna read a couple of these comments right now. Someone let me know what Jimmy's super chat said. Maybe it said something interesting. Maybe it said something good. Probably did. And I missed it, unfortunately, apparently. What about Hyperchain? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Nubert Solanus. Interesting. I see. Yeah, then thank you for the chat. Norberto Salinas. Thank you for the chat. Coming in, showing some love. Let me see. So I don't see no one so far. No one's told me what it said, but Rotor Rabbit. Hey Matt, done meme day. Yo, hey guys, to the moon. AMC, BitBoy. No, he doesn't. Someone said BitBoy has small hands. I don't think that's true. I've met him in person. I don't think that's true. Lots okay, Matt. Still love you. Love your videos. You rock. What's your thoughts on Ethereum Max? Oh, okay. Oh, I do remember that. You commented yesterday. I think I saw it, but was that toward the end of my live? I don't remember why I didn't. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pull up Ethereum Max right now, and we will see what Ethereum Max has to do. Is it like Mad Max? Ethereum Max, the movie, coming out soon in theaters near you. If you want to watch it, you have to pay the absurdly high ticket prices for movies of like $25 to go watch something that you could just watch in your home for the same exact price. Come on, movie theaters. Should we roast movie theaters? I don't know. Probably not. We'll leave them alone. They've already had a hard enough year. We'll leave movie theaters alone for now. AMC and other movie theaters, we'll leave them alone. Instead of going though, we'll probably just invest in their stock and stay at home. I think that's the way to go. But Ethereum Max price, let me go ahead and pull it up. But yeah, so some people commented on my video where I said AMC is not going to 500,000. They said that's FUD. Saying AMC is not going to go to $500,000 is FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and disinformation. I mean, come on. I want it to do well, but it's not going to $500,000. Don't be silly. Next day AMC goes to 500,000. I'll make if AMC goes to $500,000, I will literally eat an entire AMC movie theater. Piece by piece, or I'll figure out a way to eat the entire thing. That's how confident I am that it will go to 500,000 because I'm really hungry. So that's once again a joke there. But I got 4 different tokens this week by holding. I feel like it takes away. Maybe I should just not say it's a joke and just let the people who think that just continue to think that. Maybe that's the way to go. Maybe every single joke should just be something that's put out there and no tell of it. I got 4 different tokens this weekend by holding AER drop. Oh, nice. Lots. Okay, Matt. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll talk about Ethereum Max right now. So it's ranked 2,570. Oh, that's funny. It's like the evil twin of Ethereum. Instead of the light colors, it's black with red in it. Sinister, perhaps. Let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, interesting. So the price of it, it's gone up a little bit recently. A decent amount, actually. I honestly, chart-wise, I don't see any problems with this. There hasn't been too much swing up and down. It looks kind of good from the chart, to be honest. Maybe this is one of those opportunities where if you put a little bit of money in early, it could do something. I do like it. Ethereum Max. Some people get mad, too, when people try to copy the names, but I mean, I'm invested in some coins that have copy names. I don't really care. I mean, copying a name is actually kind of smart if you're making a new crypto and you want to do well, because you can already copy some of the name recognition of the other cryptos. It makes sense as long as you actually still have a use case behind it and there's still a reason for it to go up, then it still can go up. There's nothing wrong with that. The live Ethereum Max price today, down 13% in the last 24 hours. Oh, it's hard to even see that in the chat. Okay, I see. So yeah, it's down a little bit in the last 24 hours apparently, but let's see what use case it has. Does it have any? Ethereum Max is an expansion of the Ethereum ecosystem. EMAX is a decentralized financial cryptocurrency hosted on the Ethereum blockchain. It is designed to provide a secure approach to managing digital assets and providing instant access to rewards for holders. Ethereum Max is an ERC20 token launched with a total supply of 2 quadrillion. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's a heck of a lot. I don't like that part of it, just because when you have that many coins, it's hard to really track the price as easily, because you can can remember the Dogecoin price. What is it at right now? Around 34 cents approximately. But trying to track one like that, what is it at now? 0.00000 something. You forget how many zeros it has. You kind of fumble around with the number. It's hard to remember off the top of your head. You can look at the chart and I'll give you an idea. So I guess it's not that important, but I would like for less cryptos to do this because it does seem a little bit out there too much. Can you say hello to Eunice and Amanda? They are about to have a baby and future Doge holder like his uncle. Thanks for everything. So to Eunice and Amanda, your baby's coming into this world. A Doge puppy perhaps would be a good first dog for the little babes. But yeah, definitely shout out to Eunice and Amanda. I hope you have a great time with your baby, raising it, bringing it into this world. A world with Dogecoin is a better world than a world without it. There's no question about that. When do you think Dogecoin will take off in a more serious manner? From Norberto, I think, so Dogecoin taking off in a more serious manner, I imagine what you mean by that is when will it get up to a similar market cap as Ethereum or past Ethereum? And it will probably take a little bit of time for that to happen because Ethereum right now is going to continue to go up most likely. And so Dogecoin and Ethereum, I think they're both going to go up, but in order to pass it, it would have to actually take something with Dogecoin specific that wouldn't be the same with Ethereum. And there's a number of things like that. I mean, Dogecoin moon landing used on Mars being made significantly better, supercomputer systems, all of that is why it has such a high upside from where it is. And so I think it could be within this year. It could take a little bit longer than that before we see that type of up there to 100 billion market cap or higher type of gain. If it gets near $1, that's when we're going to be in that territory for sure. Good question, though. What do you think about BSOCIAL? Be social. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Well, we'll take a look at it. Baby Smith, aka Willow, watches all of your videos. Oh, nice! This is Brandon coming in. Brandon's the one who left a massive chat. aka Willow, watches all of your videos. Thank you for what you do and your energy. We are behind you, brother. This is the way. Coming in from Brandon. So Willow is watching, perhaps drinking a bottle of milk or something along those lines. Or maybe Willow is just the most genius baby in the world. And Willow is trying to convince us that Willow is, of course, Brandon. When in reality, Willow actually stole Brandon's phone and went out there. Willow right now taking a sip of his milk while he's typing on the phone. Maybe he's going to go invest all of Dad's money into Dogecoin. And then Brandon, whose dad, is going to be like, no, Willow, why'd you do that? Then a few months later, Brandon will, of course, be buying Willow extra milk for that investment decision if Dogecoin does go to the moon, as we're hoping it does. So there we go, Brandon. There's a little bit of a story thrown in there. Thank you so much for the chat, though, and that's awesome to see. Willow, see, this show, we even have the babies supporting us. When you got the babies on your side, you can't lose. That's the way it is. I got 4 different tokens this weekend by holding AER drop. And so I saw a couple of chats like that. Yeah, the coins that give you coins for holding, there's an upside to that and a downside to that, because it means when you take your coins out, that will go to someone else. And at some point, you're going to do that. Even if you're holding into retirement, you're still going to most likely plan to take that out. Even if you plan to pass it down to your kids will then at some point take it out. So that same burden that causes you to get the tokens back will also be what causes you to lose that same exact percentage in the future. So it doesn't really have that big of an advantage specifically, except for the fact that it convinces some people to hold on for longer, which can, in theory, make the price go up faster or higher, but it can also make it crash even harder, because if people know that they're going to have to pay that in the future anyway, then they may as well just sell now and get out if they do think it's going down. So it has, I think it kind of evens out, to be honest. It's not really worth it to do that for a crypto necessarily, unless you have a specific reason why. Like maybe if you're going from proof of work to proof of stake and you want to make the token system different, perhaps there's a use case there. But besides that, I don't really see much of one. Be Social Crypto. I'll check that out right now, though. What is Be Social Crypto up to? Be Social Crypto. Yeah, be social. Go out, have fun. That's not, you don't have to, though. I mean, who cares? Sometimes we all do it. Sometimes we'll stay at home for long periods of time on the internet, just having fun. That's the way it is sometimes. If you don't always want to go out and do stuff all the time. Sometimes being social is not even fun all the time. It can be boring at times, or it can be annoying to have to talk to people. If you're just in the mood to watch YouTube videos and sit at home and chill and invest in crypto, then sometimes you don't want to talk to anyone, and that's okay. That's a lot of people are like that. I think the majority of people are like that, actually. So don't feel alone if you're like that. A lot of us are, especially during some days when you feel a little bit off, which happens to everyone. But Be Social Crypto. Be Social Crypto. All right. I did it again. I forgot to put crypto because we were so used to this just being normal that we forget we're early. Be Social Crypto. I do that all the time. I do that so much. I don't think I'll ever stop because it's just like a natural thing to do for me. For a lot of people probably. So it was up to 0.000015. Now it's down again to 0.0005. So annoying. Because you can't really remember the price of it moving forward. I stop doing this. I know I get it. You want people to be able to own like a trillion of your coin or something. I get it, but I don't think that's the right way to go. It's up 7.949%. And keep in mind, I don't think that's the right way to go. But that won't stop me from investing in one of these if I think it has potential. If I see room for it to grow, I don't care if it annoys me. I'll still put money in, and it'll also annoy me at the same time. And I won't put that much in probably. I'll put a little bit in. Bank Social price. Oh, so it's called Bank Social. Be Social. Let's see what it has around it. Bank Social is a first of its kind decentralized finance DeFi peer-to-peer lending platform built on Ethereum. Initially, members will be encouraged to hold Be Social crypto by redistribution of the token sales. Our version is to build a proprietary block score, social credit scoring system with a social consensus lending pool built with the security of smart contracts to provide asset-backed lending to the world. Bank Social is for the people. Interesting. So basically what they're looking to do is have a network of lending where you can make money by holding Be Social, and it looks like they may change that in the future. So currently it's redistributed when you sell, but maybe that won't be the case forever. Interesting. I actually don't have a problem with any of this. I think that makes sense. It's good to have that. There's a couple other projects that are doing the same thing. This isn't the only one. So I don't think that's true. It says first of its kind decentralized finance. Well, that's kind of a stretch. It's the first of its kind, maybe with those specific exact specs. But there are other cryptos trying to do a similar thing. And even just in general, the exchanges and platforms can do the same exact thing too. Because you can stake your coins right now on Crypto.com, on Binance US, on a number of other exchanges, a lot of exchanges. Let you stake your coins. That's basically doing the same exact thing that this is trying to achieve. But if this can do it in a way with higher percentages and it's more decentralized, so you don't have to worry about certain people in power changing the percentage or doing things like that, then it could be good with the smart contracts. So we're not going to count it out. Maybe we'll continue watching. You know what? I'll take a screenshot of that. Maybe we'll look at it a little bit more in the future. It certainly has a chance to do something because that's an interesting use case behind it. And if it can be one of the ones that slides into that slot and takes over a huge share of the market cap of cryptos that are trying to do that, then it will be successful. Hey Matt, thank you for everything you do for us. I love Doge, but what do you think about XRP? XRP has been it's been so volatile recently. We'll click on it real quick. Right now it's at around $1. It's been going up and down, up and down. One of the most volatile cryptos by far. It basically just looks like the ocean. It's giant waves, then they crash, giant waves, then they crash. Will that continue, or will we finally see XRP stabilize? In the last month, it's been relatively stable. At least, I mean, relatively stable, meaning that it hasn't moved too much more than the other cryptos. It's still been moving, just not at any unique rate necessarily. In fact, it actually looks like it's been a little bit more stable based on this. It looks like it's been a little bit more stable. You know, I'm just gonna take a screenshot because I can't zoom in. It's so annoying. So we'll go to the last 3 months and we'll take a screenshot and we'll just zoom in on that and just see what it's been up to. But yeah, Keemstar, other people posting pictures of them making a lot of money from XRP, but. So it has gone up from around that 40 cents area after a big breakout before. It goes up, went up to around $2, so a pretty massive spike there, then came back down. A lot of people sold, and now it's hovering around that $1 or so area and hoping for another breakout. And one of the reasons why XRP actually does have a use case, I'll show you right now. XRP crypto, we'll look at it on CoinDesk. Because CoinDesk is the best place to go. If you need information on a coin, go to CoinDesk, check it out. You can see all the stats, all the facts and information behind it. So let me go ahead and pull up Ripple XRP right here, and you can see, so it has one of the lowest transaction fees of any cryptocurrency. Let me go and here. So here, look at that. Average transaction fee last 24 hours, 0.00149. And part of that is simply because of the types of transactions and them being smaller. And so that's not necessarily, like, you compare that to Dogecoin, it looks way better, and it is a little bit better, but it's not as big of a difference as you would think. Value transacted total 1.33 billion, and but it's still really good. And that's one of the reasons why we look at XRP and we look at Dogecoin, both environmentally friendly, both have low transaction fees, as two that can slide into those top spots. Remember, Tesla, they said they're looking at smart cryptos. What if we could see very, very, very soon here Tesla announcing Dogecoin acceptance with potentially others involved too? I would love them to first announce Dogecoin, and then if they're going to do other ones, wait a little bit and then announce those so you can see Dogecoin doing some cool things first. But I would not be surprised if at some point in the future Tesla is accepting Dogecoin, XRP, Potentially Cardano, but I don't know, because Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, hasn't been too nice to Dogecoin, and I feel like Elon could take that personally. So maybe Cardano will be left out, even though theoretically it wouldn't deserve to be, because it is a good crypto. It has a good team behind it. Charles Hoskinson is not the only person on the project, but I think they may have really hurt themselves by allowing Charles Hoskinson, I guess not allowing, because he can do whatever he wants, but by Charles Hoskinson doing that, he may have hurt his chances. We did also see Cardano tweeting out not that long ago that they wanted Elon Musk and Tesla to accept Cardano. So they're actively asking for it. They're telling Elon he should accept Cardano. They're saying, Tesla, come accept us. Well, if you're going to reach out to him like that, you would think that one of Elon's favorite things being Dogecoin, you'd want to be a little bit nicer to the community than you have been. You don't need to tarnish it and trash it like that, because Dogecoin is significantly better than the other one you founded, Ethereum. And when it comes to Cardano versus Dogecoin, technically you could argue Cardano's a little bit better technically, but it's a very small amount. In total, Cardano versus Dogecoin, the difference is almost negligible when it comes to transactions. And on top of that, the Dogecoin and Cardano, a lot of people already know the specs behind it, and they're already at a similar price right now. So all of that's already priced into it. But Cardano is probably about as good as it's going to get. Yes, smart contracts are coming, but besides that, Cardano is probably about as good as it's going to get. Cardano doesn't have an entire network of engineers and Elon Musk working on it. Cardano doesn't have all those big catalysts that are coming from that either. And so that's why investing in Dogecoin right now with that already priced in could be significantly better long-term investment than investing in Cardano, even though right now Cardano could arguably be considered slightly better technologically than Dogecoin, and even significantly better in a couple of areas, but I mean significantly better in a way that is doesn't really matter, because when you're going to buy something at the store, you're not really going to care that much. And it's also worse, significantly worse in a number of ways too. When you look at the structure of mining for Cardano, the inflation rate, I think, is not as good as Dogecoin. Dogecoin having 5 billion that can be mined a year, it's really tough to compare cryptos at the top, because they're all so different in unique ways, but also so similar altogether. And so even though Cardano and Dogecoin both have advantages and disadvantages, at the end of the day, they're all cryptos and they all can be used as a hedge against inflation. And right now, they're not being used that much for transactions anyway. And that's going to happen more in the future. And we'll also see exchanges and big companies coming in to actually change that and make it different on their own. So the specs behind a crypto will matter less and less and less as technology and as innovation starts to take over, as it will more and more and more moving forward. And we know what's going to happen. We know it will. One time I Dogecoin and then Dogecoin happened. that's a funny tweet coming in from Sheep Toshi. But we're also seeing this tweet, or this article coming out, why Elon Musk is so successful. It all comes down to these 5 key personality traits. And the personality traits, no means nothing. And that, of course, is one of my favorite things about Elon Musk. If someone tells him, no, it's not possible, Elon says, okay, well, let me do it anyway. If someone tells Elon, well, you can't do that, that's too difficult, he's going to do it no matter what. He doesn't necessarily care about the haters. He doesn't worry about that. He knows his stuff. He knows he can make something happen if he continues to work hard. And that shows throughout all of Tesla and SpaceX. That's why it's one of the best places to work, because they don't tell you, don't try this. They don't tell you, stop. If you're going in a good direction, then they're going to let you keep doing it. And I think that's the right way to do it. That is the best way to do it. Diana Fletcher says that sums it up. Nice. Diana Fletcher coming in with the tweets. The good tweets there. The other one, a singular unblinking focus. And part of that just comes from Elon's experiences in the past. He understands when you focus on something, you continue to move forward. And but at the same time, though, I don't know if that's necessarily fully true. I mean, when it comes to specifically a specific thing, yes. But I mean, Elon does a lot of stuff, and he tweets a lot. He has fun. I don't know. I mean, I get what they're saying with this, but after thinking about it more, maybe a singular unblinking focus would not be one thing I'd add on the top 5. Because having a singular focus would mean he would just focus on Tesla and nothing else. I don't think that would be right. I think we want Elon to be spreading his talents out across multiple different things rather than just focusing on one. But I think what they mean by this is more so he focuses on all of them a lot. He doesn't focus on things outside of moving forward with his companies. He focuses on his companies a lot altogether. So I guess that's what I mean by that. Let me read this real quick. The focus has allowed Musk to perfect the art of getting into a flow state. I see. Okay, that makes sense. Work ethic that feeds on passion. Dogecoin equals passion in a lot of ways. So that's probably the smartest thing this article said. Work ethic based on passion. That's the same reason that I love coming on here every single night or in the afternoon sometimes and having a live, because I love this community. The truth is, I would still be making videos if we weren't getting any views. I would still be making videos if this channel was tiny. When I first started making videos at 5 cents, I mean, I had less than half a penny with Dogecoin. there wasn't a big community. I wasn't getting views. We didn't have all the things that we have now, all the awesomeness. And I was still making videos every day just because I enjoyed it. And even if Dogecoin had not done anything until now, I still would have done just as many videos. I still would have worked just as hard on this. I still would have done all the things I did now. It would have just been significantly less fun. But that's why the passion is something you need to be successful in whatever you're doing. You need it. Hey man, what do you think about charity tokens like Elon Gates, Orfano, and Feed Token? So when it comes to charity tokens, I've always been very vocal about the fact that I do not think that's the way to go about it, because you should just go, if you want to give to charity, and we do that on our own. We don't need another coin to then sell our coins that we own, make the price go down, to then give our money to charity and also take a percentage themselves, because that's what it's about. At the end of the day, they're doing the charity thing so their coin will go up and they can make money on top of helping charity. So it's a combination of both those things. But then the crossroads of that is, at the same time, we're still going to be smart investors, and people do like the charity angle sometimes. That's why it's used. The charity angle is used because some people like it. So if a crypto is going to go crazy and do a lot of good things because of the charity angle, then there's no reason not to invest a little bit of money in it and then make money and profit from it. At the end of the day, you want to be making money, you want to be making profit, and even if they're not using the best techniques, you can still make money from it. I mean, why not, right? It seems like Elon's tweets ruin all crypto, including Doge. Maybe he should just be quiet. Coming in from Awesome6786. That's probably the first thing from the truth I've ever heard. Thank you so much for the chat, but I don't know. I almost don't even want to thank you for the chat, because I really don't like that comment. Elon's tweets do not ruin crypto. They've brought so much more attention to it. Elon accepting Bitcoin for Tesla, even though it's temporary, still was a very positive thing for the movement altogether of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin right now going back up to around 38 or so thousand. It's still 5,000 higher than when Elon Musk and Tesla bought into it. And they're still holding their Bitcoin. They still plan to accept it again in the future. I think Elon is just leveraging his power because he wants to see cleaner air. And so that's what he's doing. But Elon's Doge tweets are one of the main reasons Doge is getting so much attention right now. It's gone up massively from Elon's tweets. So I definitely disagree with that. I think it's positive to have his influence and to have him in the community. And I like what he's doing. I get it. He's a man of the people. And I know sometimes we're too nice to him maybe. But we do also, earlier in the show, I said I disagreed with Tesla taking out the lumbar support for the passenger seat. When I disagree with Elon, I'll say it. I'll publicly say, Elon, I don't think that's the right thing to do. And when Elon stopped accepting Bitcoin for Tesla, when Tesla did that, I called them out directly. I posted under Elon's tweet. I said, this is the wrong move. You shouldn't be listening to them. What they're telling you is not true, because it isn't true. It's not bad for the environment in comparison to other systems. I mean, I saw a tweet earlier today from Binance saying, when people use electric cars, they say, oh, good, it's good for the air and the air quality because they're using electricity. But then when we say, okay, let's use electricity for a new currency system that's significantly more efficient, people say, oh, that's bad for the environment. It's a little bit controversial, a little bit hypocritical, and part of that is because there are people in positions of power right now. The banks have already written multiple articles. That's not just like a theory. We have seen multiple articles coming out from big banks where they say it's bad for the environment. It's happened multiple times, and it's going to continue to happen. And a lot of the strings being pulled behind the scenes with these big articles are people who have connections with other people in positions of power, and that's why a lot of this is coming out. It's the truth. Thoughts on Ravencoin? I'll check it out real quick. I'll check out Ravencoin. They have a cool logo. That's one of the things I do like about Ravencoin. They have, in my opinion, one of the best logos in all of crypto. But, well, what does my opinion matter? I'm just a YouTuber. Ravencoin Home. Let's go and check out their website. So this is, I haven't looked at their website yet until just now. I'm disappointed. That's it. This looks like it was put together by someone who doesn't have crypto experience. If you have crypto experience, you should know what you're doing a little bit more with websites, but we won't judge them too hard on that. Let's go ahead and check out the price right now. Ranked number 98 in the world with a market cap of 742 million. Oh, there we go. That makes more sense because we talked about one crypto earlier in the show. I was so confused by the fact that it said it was ranked significantly lower than it actually was. I think CoinMarketCap was just messing up. That makes way more sense now. And now we figured it out. But 0.08346 up 10% in the last 24 hours. So we have seen a pretty big jump from Ravencoin going down massively from where it was. That's a massive drop compared to its all-time high. Well, let's look at we'll look at 1 year. Okay, there we go. So this is Ravencoin in 1 year. It had a huge run up where you could have made a ton of money if you're investing in it. And then after the massive run up, it has gone back down a decent amount, about halfway to where it was. But with all cryptos seeming to have this similar pattern here and stopping around halfway, it does look very similar to past patterns that we've seen, indicating this could be toward the bottom of this crypto dip that we're in right now. All the factors I'm seeing seem to point to that, which is why I was so confused when we saw so many YouTubers and articles coming out saying it was going to crash when there was not enough evidence even close to support that. But let me read a couple of these chats. I think the chats disappear for no reason. Here we go. Bank Social will actually be lending like mortgages and car loans, not staking. You missed the point of Be Social. No, I didn't miss the point. I was talking about them lending. I was comparing it to staking. I wasn't saying they were staking. But yeah, thank you for clarifying, because I guess maybe I didn't say it in a clear enough way apparently. But yes, so Bank Social Mark is letting us know again that it's not staking, it's lending. There's a difference, of course. How can BTC cap be 1.6 trillion, each coin be worth 56,000? But for Dogecoin to go to $100 mark, the cap would have to be 13 trillion. So basically, the thing behind that is each one has a different supply and circulation. So Bitcoin has approximately 18 million something thousand in circulation, around 18 million, and that's continuing to go up. It'll stop around 21 million or so unless there's a consensus change from the miners, which is very unlikely, extremely unlikely. So probably won't happen, because just to think a consensus like that would be difficult to do. But besides that, yeah, so Bitcoin has right now 18 million, Dogecoin has 129 billion. And so that's where the difference comes. That's why it takes a lot more in terms of Dogecoin's price to get that same market cap as in terms of Bitcoin. So hopefully that is a good explanation there, and that helped you figure it out. But if you want to do more research on it, just go to CoinDesk.com, type in Bitcoin CoinDesk, and you can see the specs behind it. Type in Dogecoin CoinDesk and compare the two. It looks like this. Oh, hold on, let me go. I'll show you. Well, we'll go ahead and pull up that real quick. We'll pull up Dogecoin on CoinDesk, because there's a couple other stats I want to talk about there as well. Dogecoin CoinDesk. CoinDesk. There we go. We'll go ahead and pull it up. Here we go. Here's the Dogecoin price on CoinDesk. Falstein crew, love the channel and the comedy skits. Keep it up, Matt. Thank you so much. Yeah, hopefully the comedy skits have been putting some smiles on faces. That's of course the goal of those. Just having fun with it. And I love acting. It's one of my favorite things to do. I've been doing it since I was a kid. And if I can make someone smile with me just doing a silly skit, then that's mission accomplished right there. It really is. But 333 right there looks like maybe a good luck number for some people. Going up from around 3 to 333, so a 3-cent increase, pretty dang big. The volume in the last 24 hours is 3 billion, meaning the swing room is only a few cents. So we're probably not going to see anything too crazy in the next 24 hours. But I think this week, I'm looking to see some big movement here. I'm hoping we see it. There's no guarantee, of course, but here are the couple of things I'm really excited about. One of them is 6-9. Coming up 6-9 the date, and that's going to be a little bit more than a week from now. And the other one is just because we're toward the bottom, it seems like right now, it's just a natural spike correction that comes soon, which will likely take Bitcoin to around 45,000 or so if we do see a similar path as we saw last time. And so that's my guess as to where we could see Bitcoin going. And with that, we'll also see Dogecoin doing something similar, probably going up to around maybe 50 cents. I would like to see that. I think that's definitely possible. It could be a little bit smaller than that, but I would not be surprised at all to see 40-cent Dogecoin by the end of the week. I hope that happens, and I think it has a chance of happening. Returns 12% in the last 24 hours. So Dogecoin in the last 24 hours gone up 12%. That's a pretty dang big amount to go up in that period of time, more than Bitcoin by a good amount. Year-to-date returns of 6,000%, which is just awesome. And for those of us, me included, who invested in more than a year ago, I mean, we got to experience that, which is just so it was a fun ride, and the ride is not over yet. But so yeah, you can look here and you can see. So it'll show you how many are in circulation. It'll show you all the stats behind it, and you can really get an idea of where it's going and what's happening with that. But yeah, there it is. So total supply 129.7 billion. It's been going up. It goes up around 1 billion every 1/5 of the year approximately. And so that's why it's already higher than it was when we started. It's almost at 130 billion. It's getting closer to that. So you can look there, you can compare that. You can also see 24-hour high. You can see all-time high right there, which it says 7.4 here. But keep in mind, different exchanges say different things. So this one says 7.4, but other exchanges, it went even higher than that because they're not all the same. They have slightly different prices, sometimes significantly different on certain periods of time or certain days. But that's basically where the crypto landscape is right now. Shout out to Everyday Doger, one of the best. Oh, nice. Yeah. So if you see other YouTubers, make sure you say Matt said hi, because Matt does say hi. Hello to other YouTubers. We like to see the community growing with everybody. But There we go. So we got to a good nice live here. Hopefully everyone had fun, and we can do some more videos. I'll probably make another one tonight. But anyway, I'm Matt Wass. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.